Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B, Season 1, Episode 4. So let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show starts with us. We see Taj and Coco working out with their trainer. Taj is just saying how she and Coco are in a much better place than they were like 20 years ago. You know, we've already heard this story plenty of times. Coco was a bitch. And yeah, now she's not. They've grown up. They've learned how to work through their issues. I'm sure some of that may have had something to do with Coco maybe not being diagnosed with bipolarism at the time. So, you know, we then got a lot of things situated and fixed. And now these two get along swimmingly. They do talk about the conversation they had with Xscape and the management, you know, their managers the other day, and how they were disappointed in Xscape. You know, they have worked, SWV has worked with the likes of a TLC and of In Vogue, and never did they have these kind of problems talking about headlining. As far as Taj is concerned, Xscape could learn a lot from In Vogue, okay, because those groups sold way more than they did, and they still was very gracious in what I guess letting them co-headline or headline the shows or whatever. So she just feels like if maybe everybody could check their egos at the door, we can get somewhere with this. I've already told you guys, I don't know enough about the damn music industry to even make a decision, to make an opinion about it. Y'all work that shit out. The people want to see y'all sing. At Lily's house, we see her. She's working on her audiobook, okay? The many phases. Is it phases or faces? The many phases or faces of Sister Hot Pussy. And she has one of her managers come over because she just want to run a little bit of it by him, you know, to let him know what she's doing. She says she needs to have more than one stream of income. You know, SWV is always going to be her priority, of course, but you know, you need to have something to fall back on, and a Sister Hot Pussy it is. So, you know, she reads him some of a little excerpt from her audiobook, something about this man's dick hanging down to his knees, okay? And hey, the manager loves it. Yeah, that'll be her little side hustle, you guys. But she says she wants to become like an established author. She wants people to be respecting her as an author as well as a singer in SWV. So, speaking of SWV, that meeting that they had with Xscape, you know, she feels the same way that Taj and Coco feels, is that it's some egos that maybe we need to check. Everybody wants to make it happen, Xscape and SWV, you know, minus Tasha. It's just that we need to work out the kinks and try to figure out how we can make this happen. She feels like Xscape needs to see the bigger picture. I feel like maybe Xscape is seeing the bigger picture. They just see the bigger picture in their favor. But yeah, her and her manager agree that it'll be historical. If they can make it work, it'll be historical, these two being on stage together. And then we see Taj and Tamika. You know, they meet for lunch. So after they get together, hug, greet each other, order their food, there's a little small talk. Tamika asks Taj how she likes being in Atlanta. You know, it's hard for her. She's fine, but you know, she's away from home. She misses home. She misses her kid. Tamika's like, oh yeah, he's running wild. Okay, mom's not there. No curfew. Okay, 12th grade. He looks like he's an athlete. I can just imagine the fun her son is having out there. Now, Tamika knows there's an elephant in the room, of course. They still haven't decided on this co-headlining or headlining who's doing what. She ain't even really worried about that. Tamika is all in her creative bag right now, okay? And so her and Taj are just getting together so Tamika can run all the ideas by her that she's had. Usually Tasha and Candy are the ones that handle the creative parts and I guess like the stage and what they do. But Tamika's taking the lead on this, especially since Tasha is MIA. And Tamika and Taj have a very good rapport. Like I said, Taj gets along, looks like, with everybody. So, and Taj, I was like, is she getting paid extra for this show? Because, honey, Taj is in every scene. Taj is busy. So maybe we can make this work. So the girls all get together again. This time we're going to meet up at Taj's place. maybe the environment will make everybody be a little bit more relaxed. Maybe the way that it came out at the meeting the other day wasn't so good. So let's get everybody relaxed. We all at the house chilling, having wine and a charcuterie board. Okay. Let Taj call it that, child. It really just looked like some slices of ham. Lily was like, girl, where did you get that from? But anyway, first SWV is there first, and then Xscape come trickling in. So we got Tiny, and then we get Tasha and Candy and Tamika. Okay. So the gang's all here. Coco was hoping that everybody got a better attitude than they did at the meeting the other day. And maybe this meeting will be a success. So once they all sit down, Tamika jumps right into it. She's in her creative bag, like I said. So she starts talking about all the things that she wants to happen on the stage. And Coco was like, wait a minute now, let's rewind that back. Okay, before we even get in this in-depth conversation about the stage and what you guys all want to do, let's talk about what we're doing with this co-headlining situation. Xscape still feels the way that they feel, but I also think that they just don't feel like getting into no big fight with them. Okay, maybe this is something they can handle off the camera. But so they're just sort of like, we should co-headline this together since we're talking about being up there together. This is collaborative and all of that. And Tasha finally says, what, let's just co-headline. Let's just co-headline. Let it be that. And Candy was just like, okay, so now she's speaking for the group. First of all, the bitch don't even talk to the group. But now she wants to the group already told Candy that they do not want to co-headline. They want to headline this concert. Okay. So now all of a sudden we get up in this meeting, and I guess Tasha's so frustrated with the conversation that she just ultimately makes a decision for the entire group and says, let's co-headline. Candy was just like, I was like, Candy girl, I know, girl. Just another opportunity to make Candy look bad, like she was the bad guy when everybody did agree that they wanted to headline this tour. Whatever. They don't dote on that too much because, like I said, this is still something they could handle off screen. But, okay, so Tamika, she's all in it. She's talking about the stages and this here and, the TVs, we gonna have this. And when we sing certain songs, maybe we can even have some horses up there. And there Lily was like, that Tamika is extra as fuck. That we ain't bringing no horses up on the stage. Okay, maybe we can have a little picture of a horse in the background or something. But yeah, no, we not doing horses. But, kudos, shout out to Tamika for just having all of these ideas. Like I said, Tasha and Candy are usually the one that does that. Now, Candy is getting a kick out of it because she can see that Tasha is feeling salty about it. She was just like, you look over at Tasha, she's usually the one that does this, but now Tamika is doing it. And you can tell that Tasha feels away. Even Tasha was just like, I usually am the one that does all this. Well, Tasha, girl, we can't even figure out if you gonna come to rehearsal, okay? Can't nobody be relying on you to plan out a whole damn concert and you don't show up. You waiting, hemming and hawing and, all of this attitude and craziness that you coming up with. Yeah, like, no, we can do this without you. And maybe it's time for you to see that we don't really need you. So while they sitting there doing all the talking and everything, Tiny was just like, that was a damn good start. Okay, we moving forward. The concert is going to happen. Don't know who's getting paid what, but it's happening. Candy was just like, it normally takes a couple of months to even a year to plan something like this. And we just have a few weeks left. Now later on, we see Candy at the studio. Y'all, Candy was giving it to us when she was singing Weak. It's like seeing Candy. She's gonna actually be meeting Coco there at the studio, and Coco comes with her son, and so I guess we just getting Coco in a different scene because we ain't really had too much interaction with Coco. So Coco actually brought her son Jalen with her because he wants to be in the music industry, and she knows that even though she doesn't really want him to do that. At least she doesn't want him to do it full time. Why you can't be a singing dentist? And I'm thinking that this meeting is just going to be Candy and Coco, and then Tasha shows up. I was like, well, this is surprising. How is this going to work out? Well, the ladies are actually getting together so that they can go over the set list, okay, and just basically figuring out like all of their popular songs. I mean, clearly they can't do all of their songs, so they want to do the ones that they know the fans want to see the most. And, you know, I guess they're going to be switching off SWV, Xscape, and all of that. So they're trying to figure out the order of the music. And Kandi is clearly trying to work with Tasha, you know, and saying the songs that they usually sing first and, you know, the songs that's usually in their set list. And then Kandi was like, okay, this is one of the songs that you don't normally like to sing, you know, but she adds this other song in. And Tasha's just sort of like, Tasha's attitude has been on the attitude for a couple of months. She's been an ass, okay? And I was just like, what I never really understand is why come to something and knowing that you have a job to do, but you're going to be acting like this. You might as well not even come, okay? Let somebody else just handle the set list. You know, so she's kind of real short with Kandi. She don't know. She ain't sure. She's never even thought about this set list. And Coco was like, you haven't? Why haven't you? And she was just like, because I got a lot of things going on. Hell, everybody got a lot of shit going on. It's called life. And so Coco is watching the exchange between Kandi and Tasha. And she was just like, this shit is real uncomfortable. Like, I don't feel right being here with the tension between these two. It's clear that Kandi is used to it. Okay, her and Tasha, she told us, was oil and water. Tasha definitely is not trying to make nice with Kandi just to appease Coco. Tasha is just bad attitude, sour, stank, funky, all of that. Coco was like, listen, we're gonna have a good time in this concert. Let's put the cattiness aside and let's rock out. Okay, this is way deeper than cattiness at this point. And I'm starting to feel like it's at that point of no return. But yeah, the plans are going on. So later on, we see Taj and Tamika. They meet up with Steve. And at first, they thought they were going into a church because there's like a cross at the top. But when you get inside, it's just like a huge, almost like a warehouse, and they can visualize the set, and he can explain to them exactly what's going to be happening on stage at whatever time. It's actually very interesting to see the plans of a concert come into fruition, because this is stuff that we normally, just as a regular fan, would know. Okay, so it's cool to see that they actually get the computers out and they actually lay out the stage and they actually show this, that, and the other, and how it's all gonna work together. Like, I was fascinated. I was like, okay, this is cool. I like seeing stuff like this. They still coming up with more ideas. Tamika still want the horses. Steve was like, we ain't doing the horses, Tamika, sorry. At the same time, we see Kandi. Kandi is meeting Don Juan up at Blaze. Kandi was just like, I'm just trying to get my zen, because these bitches be trying her. She was just like, Don, am I lying? Like, I'm not used to this kind of stuff. Kandi Coded Productions, we do things, we get it done. It don't be no issues. Everybody be on the same page. It don't be no drama. It don't be no attitudes. And Don was like, yeah, and we got a whole bunch of people that work for Kandi Coded, okay? But Xscape, 4 damn people, 4 people. We can't never seem to work it out. Never. Falling out with each other's problems, you know, non-communication, people not doing what they supposed to do. Tasha is not being collaborative. She hasn't been cooperative. And he was like, why? Well, Kandi was just like, well, she don't know that we know, but she got a gospel deal now. She has a solo deal. And he was just like, I don't even know why she thinking that this whole gospel thing is just going to blow up immediately. Like, the gospel world is like the country world. They don't just let you in. You got to prove yourself. And yeah, she's coming from Xscape, and we know the girl can sing or whatever, but still, okay? Kandi was just like, I don't even care about any of that. Well, more power to her and her gospel deal. What Kandi is annoyed about is that how the Scots, well, the Bivens Scots, I should say, how they use the group to kind of fall back on just in case her solo deals don't work out. You know, it's all about, oh, it's all what I want to do now, and I'm stepping out on faith and all that. However, you still dangle enough of the fruit in Xscape's face to kind of be like, I'm sort of in, not really out. I don't understand why Tasha can't either say one or two things. Either I'm in the group and I'm doing gospel, or I'm out the group, period, and I'm doing gospel full time. This whole thing of the back and forth, That would get on my nerves too. And it's clear that they've let her do it for many, many years. So Candy is just like, I'm tired of this, because Rocky has been trying to get her a solo deal for the longest, you know, and they have been so rude to us. They've said crazy things to us before in the past, you know, told me to go on and try to get a solo deal if I thought I could, and, you know, told Tiny that her and T.I. just need to go and make some babies as if they don't have other talents. Okay? She was just like, the nerve of them. You know, Don Juan just let her know, like, Tasha benefits from you and your star power. That's basically what, even though it took Don a whole lot longer. That's Don, get to the point, boy. But Tasha benefits from everything that Candy has going on, and even Tiny for that reason, okay? And she doesn't want to admit that, but she uses it. But then she kind of even seems like she's spiteful or jealous about it. But it's just like, yeah, Tasha is a study, child. She is a study. And he basically says, don't make her a priority when she doesn't even make you guys an option. Okay, Don is telling Candy to just let Tasha go. And child, I'm telling you, it's going to hurt my heart to say this. But I used to say, because you guys have heard me say, like, no, we need the entire group to be together, and Tasha just needs to get on board, and Tasha just needs to get past whatever she got past, and let's get to this money and get to the bag and all of that, okay? I'm over that now. This show has made me realize that I don't give a fuck if Tasha is there or not. Okay, it is clear that they can do it without Tasha. It's a shame that they have to do it without Tasha, but they don't need Tasha. Okay, it's a force, it's a quartet, but people can sing other people's parts. It's not ideal, but it will still work. And I actually think that this show has made us now realize that we don't even really feel like fucking with Tasha like that because of her attitude. Like, us knowing how she feels, but she still being up there on that stage is just sort of like, girl, just go do whatever you want to do and leave the group alone. Like, I'm over it. She does not have to be an Xscape. She doesn't have to be there, you guys. It's just, it is what it is, child. We done made her be too important, and she didn't believe the hype. And now she just doing all this, and that shit is tiring. I'm over it. Now, we see Taj shopping with Coco and Jay. And Coco is just trying to not pick Taj's brain, but she's brought them together because she wants Taj to kind of back her up on not having Jalen be a singer, okay? She wants him to be in dental school. So she tells Taj when they sit down that, you know, Jalen is dropping out of school. And Taj was like, why? You know, you wanted to be a dentist. Like, that was really a good thing for you. And he was just like, yeah, but that's not, you know, that's not my heart. That's not what I want to do. I want to sing. And yes, you do have a beautiful voice, Taj says. But, you know, maybe you can do both. Why can't you do both? Meg Thee Stallion did both. And he was like, well, I'm not Meg Thee Stallion, first of all. And secondly, he wants to just concentrate on his music career. You know, he went to therapy and he's realized that, you know, there's some things that he knows makes him sad and things that makes him happy. And dental school doesn't really make him happy. Okay. And Coco says she realizes that he does struggle with depression because she struggles with it as well. So she can recognize when he's going down that you know, that lane. So she tries to help him and she wants him to be happy and do what he wants to do. But she also knows that at 19 years old, you'll probably change your mind. I don't know, Coco, when you were 19 years old and you wanted to be a singer, did you change your mind? You know, it's so funny because many times as parents, we forget what we was going through when we was that age. Her son looks like he's following very much in his mama's footsteps, and now she's kind of going against it. So just a little food for thought. Taj tells him how she does regret not finishing school. When she had her singing career, she said, you know, when SWV had their little, you know, them flat years when nothing was happening, she regretted that she didn't have a degree or anything to fall back on. So just think about it. You know, maybe you can do both, and he could definitely do both. But Taj's whole thing is just have a plan B. Okay, just have a plan B. So just in case that singing thing don't work out. Now, lastly, we see Xscape. They are practicing with their DJ, you guys, and because apparently they have a spot date. I'm assuming that just means like just one little quick thing somewhere, not no full-fledged concert or whatever. They have something that they have to do, and so they're practicing for it. Of course, the three girls are there. There's no Tasha. Where Tasha at is what Candy want to know. Nobody knows. Nobody's talked to her, and she was just like, nobody has talked to her. She's not coming. Nope. Well, as far as they know, they've sent her text messages and calls. She ain't answered. She ain't responded. Okay. Well, we see Tasha at home with Rocky. And side note, y'all, I saw that video with Rocky and Tasha K. And I don't know how Tasha Scott can sit next to her husband. Did you guys see that Tasha K and Rocky video? And him talking so much. You know how when people just know they caught up in a lie, they just keep on talking and talking and talking. Tasha K wasn't really saying anything. Okay. She was letting him talk. And the more he talked, the more he put his foot in his mouth. And it was just, I was so embarrassed for Latasha. I was just like, how is it that, I mean, all of this proof that they have that Rocky has been, you know, granted, people make up shit all the time, but that girl didn't make up a lot of that stuff. Okay, that stuff happened. And I just don't understand. Like, it's one thing to be like, yeah, my husband cheated. Yes, we had some problems. Yes, we decided to stay together, work it out. But he is flat out denying it, which makes it look so much worse. And I mean, I'm not telling Tasha that she should be leaving her husband and everything, but it's just sort of like, girl, I know she had to have watched that video and just be like, did you not feel anything? I was just like, girl, he is lying. He is lying like a used car salesman. Oh, I was so disgusted for him, so embarrassed for her. And yeah, he just, So now when I see him on the screen, I just immediately I get a bad taste in my mouth. Okay. But long story short, he has the contract. You know, Motown Gospel is signing her as a solo act. Okay. And she's so happy. You know, she said that she hasn't been able to do this before, you know, the same shit that we've been hearing over and over. So she signs it, you know, thank you, husband. I love you so much. He was like, I love you too. And now what does this mean about the future of Xscape? And she says she don't know. Why is it so hard now for you to say what you just say? I'ma leave and Xscape. But like Candy said, she likes to keep them hanging because she's still not 100% confident in her solo thing. So she kind of likes to keep Xscape around. But they getting tired of this shit because Xscape is practicing and, you know, Candy is singing her heart out. They singing tonight. Okay, so they singing their heart out. And then finally Candy was like, no, for real now. Where's Tasha? Like, is she coming? And I guess their assistant or whatever is just like, no, she's not coming. Okay, so she's really not coming. No, she's not coming. Is she coming when we have our damn spot date? Yeah, she'll be there, but she wants you guys to do the check, you know, check her mic. And Candy was like, wait a minute, so she ain't even coming to do sound check? Like, why do we let her do this to us? Why we don't have no rules set in place? She be doing stuff like this, and then we up here looking like the dun-da-duns all the time. Candy don't understand why they don't be mad about the shit that Tasha does. I think that Tiny is super easygoing, and I think Tamika, well, that's her sister, so she knows how her sister acts, okay? Candy is the only one that is really pissed about this. Like, why the fuck do we keep on letting her do this? That's why I say Tasha could go. Because this don't make no damn sense. And like we said, other people can sing her parts. You cannot hang this group over on a hanger, over there hanging on the door, waiting to be worn, okay? While you go out and do your thing over here. Then when that shit don't go so well, what, you gonna come back over here to Xscape like later for that? We tired of it. We ain't doing it no more. I am 100% with Candy. Fuck Tasha. We not doing this shit no more. She treats us like she's Diana Ross and we the Supremes. No. More like she's Gladys Knight and we the pimps. Okay. Yeah, Tasha over there talking about, you know, she got problems with her sister, problems with the group. It makes everything so hard. Girl, go away. Just go. Just go. And good luck to you in your singing career, your gospel career. Her gospel song is nice. I saw the video. I thought it was very nice. You know, she sounds good on it. She's not doing way too much because we know she has that, you know, she can do too much in her runs and stuff. The song is nice. So I'm just like, girl, go do that. Because ain't nobody got the damn time for this shit. Let Tamika sing Tasha's parts. Tamika was like, yeah, it's kind of hard to do them, but I got it. And let's just move on, child. That's enough. It's enough. All right, you guys, that is it. Let me get on off of here. Make sure that you thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.